asking me questions. Yeah, I know you, but we ain't friends. Quit asking me questions. Yeah, we in this section, but you can't get in. Quit asking me questions.
Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Please Don't Come Again.
I'm Sarah.
I'm Bon.
Mark Dues over here.
And we have Rose here as our guest. I'm sorry, Rose Hunt Mateo. Legally changed. Rose and I went to college together, both English majors. And we've been friends ever since.
BFS for life.
Friends till death.
Until Bon stole her away.
Wow. Getting called out already.
Yeah, thanks for tuning in, y'all. See y'all next week.
All right. Bon, how's your day today?
I'd say it was okay.
Okay.
Yeah, it was no freaks, thankfully. But
That's
it was a slow day though. How about you?
It was good. I didn't work in the shop. I was at the roastery today, so I didn't have to deal with any freaks either.
That's good.
Mark, any freaks?
No freaks. It was actually a great shift. I had a good time. It was fun.
Good.
I worked with Mary, who was on episode 2.
Hell yeah.
So
Nice.
It was lit. We killed it.
Of course. Mary's a champ.
Yeah, it definitely helps out when you're with a team that you really enjoy.
Yeah.
Plus, she's like a barista pro. I was telling her, I was like, dude, you probably got like 10,000 hours. Like, you're a professional barista.
Like a beat.
And it shows.
All right, Mark.
I've taken a break from customer service for a little bit, and now I change one baby's diaper. And in a lot of ways, that's a lot better.
Yeah, so how was the baby? Was the baby giving you any problems?
Yeah.
Not a lot.
Any back talk?
Not yet. Sometimes. He's one, so he just goes, you know.
Got a lot of complaints.
You can't dig in your heart and soul like customers can.
You can't be like, you're a shit person with a shit job.
Yeah.
Right.
But the baby can just shit.
Yeah.
You know what? I don't like this.
Is that better or worse?
It's fine, but it shows me I'm doing well.
It's not like a personal attack on you and your
I feel like if I was holding a baby and it's shit on me, that is a personal attack.
That's teenage years when they tell you that you're terrible.
Yeah.
You should have done better in life and not gotten an English major and whatnot.
Yeah.
Mom, why didn't you make me more money? I could have went to Harvard.
Oops. That's my bad.
Yeah.
I do have a rant ready, locked and loaded from yesterday's shift, though.
Uh-oh.
Go off.
All right, Sarah's about to go off. This is Rant Corner. So, story time. That's what the YouTubers say, right? Story time.
I don't think so.
That one guy does. I know what you're talking about.
No one says that.
Whatever.
One
okay.
guy does it. One guy
Fact
does
check,
it.
no
This guy,
YouTubers say that.
This Vine guy does it. Story time with blah,
Oh,
blah, blah.
yeah.
She's right.
See?
What
I know things.
YouTube show is that?
All right, anyway.
When no one listens
mine.
to
She's
or
ranting.
watches.
Anyways. So, story time. Yesterday, I was working with one of my fellow baristas, and it was pretty slow. A little lull in the day, late afternoon. Not many people are coming in. Most people are at work. So we're standing around, and this guy comes in, and we call him Red Headphones Guy because he's always wearing his red Beats, either like on his ears or around his neck, whatever. Doesn't really matter. Not important to the story. Walks straight to the bathroom, as he always does, without like asking or buying anything, which, it's like common knowledge that you aren't supposed to use a business's bathroom if you're not going to buy anything. It's just common courtesy. And as he's leaving, he said, all right, you guys have a good day. And we just stood there like, are you fucking serious? Like, you're just going to act like that was cool? And so we didn't say anything. And we're just, standing around talking, cleaning up a little bit. And he comes back on his bike. And first of all, he wasn't wearing a mask when he walked in. So I said, if you're going to come in here, you need to be wearing a mask. And he just stopped and stared off into the distance, which kind of freaked me out. It was like the first red flag that he just stood there and stared at the floor for at least 30 seconds not saying anything.
no.
Wait, did he just walk in and just stare?
Yeah.
After
Whoa.
she said that.
After I said, you need can you put your mask on? Because the first time he came in, he was wearing a mask.
Yeah.
So I was like, do you have your mask on you? Can you put it on for me? You know, trying to be polite, thinking he's come back to buy something. And he just stood there and stared, and then started going off on us because we didn't say have a nice day back to him. And this dude, no joke, something's wrong with him, obviously. Like, he's either, like, off his meds or just has never been on medication in his life, but he was berating us for at least 10 to 15 minutes for not saying, like, calling us rude as fuck. To the point where, like, I usually can handle, like, rude people and, like, crazy people. Quote, unquote, crazy. I don't like to use that term, but, like, there's some crazies that come in sometimes.
For sure.
And...
But you're, like, used to that kind of thing.
So I'm used to, like,
your tolerance is
the
pretty
nut... I don't want to offend anyone, but, like, the nut jobs. Like, the normal nut jobs who are harmless, but, like...
The jokers.
Yeah. And so I was like, I don't know, something about this guy, like, really freaked me out. Like, I felt super threatened. And, like, I've never felt that threatened before by someone coming in and acting kind of crazy, you know?
Yeah,
like,
that's
I
scary.
actually felt, like, threatened and scared for my safety, which I've never felt before.
How was he even talking for that long?
I
Like,
don't-
What was he just repeating himself?
Yeah.
Reiterating it?
Yeah, he just kept repeating himself, saying, like, oh, this world's so fucked up, you can't even have a nice day from someone anymore,
So he
blah,
was,
blah,
like,
blah.
seeing red,
Yeah,
basically. There was, like,
basically.
no calming him down.
And
like,
he
at
would not put his mask on, and I kept trying to, like, stay calm and be like, hey, like, we're not open for browsing, like, if you're not gonna buy anything, like, we can't have you loitering because it's, like, takeout only, and just trying to, like, tell him to get out without saying, like, get the fuck out.
What was the setting in the store at this time? Were there other people in there?
No, there was no one else. It was like a lull in the day, so of course no one came in before or after this happened for a while. So I kind of whispered to my coworker, I was like, can you go see if so-and-so is next door at the bar? And of course he wasn't. So she came back, and finally he, like, left. But after that, he kept pacing back and forth in front of the store after
Ew.
my coworker had left. So I was there alone. And he just kept
Jeez.
pacing back and forth in front of the store for like 20 minutes. Then he left again, came back and was pacing again. I was just standing in front of the bar, like, staring out the window. And then finally, one of the guys from the business down the street came in. He's like, what are you doing standing out here? I was like... So I told him the whole story, and he's like, are you serious? And he's like, oh my God, I'm so nervous for you. Like, that's fucked up. And then, like, after that, like, another person came in. She was like, well, I'm going to be sitting, and it was a friend of mine. She was like, I'm going to be sitting outside reading. And I was like, thank God. But he still was walking in front of the store.
Ew.
Then, so eventually he left. I don't know how long it was that he was walking around in front of the store, but it was terrifying. Luckily, like, business picked up again, so I wasn't alone. And I, like, kind of took longer with people than I needed to, because I was like, I don't want to be alone.
Please stay.
Please don't leave me.
Tell me your life story.
Tell me about your day.
You don't have to leave yet.
Like, being super nice, like,
so
overly nice.
interesting.
Yeah, overly nice to everyone just so they would stay longer. So, like, a couple hours later, my coworker that had been there before came back, and she was like, you will not believe what just happened. She had been at the beach reading her book, saw this guy ride up on his bike, the red headphone guy.
The same guy?
He saw her, got off his bike. She picked up all her shit and, like, moved to a more crowded area because she was like, oh, fuck. Same guy, yeah. And he just got off his bike, stood there, and, like, glared at her
So
and
he
was, like,
probably
mumbling words to him,
followed
something
her.
to himself.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking weird.
And
Oh, that's
it gets worse, y'all. It gets
stalker.
worse. Today, or last night, I told our general manager about it. So she's super, like, concerned. obviously, because it's mostly women who work here, especially in the evenings. Like, it's always women working alone in the evenings. And she's trying to figure out, all day she was trying to figure out, like, what can I do to, like, make sure this doesn't happen, make sure he doesn't assault anyone, because he's honestly, like, I've never felt that threatened before.
We should keep something behind the bar.
Well, I always
Pepper
have
spray.
pepper
That's what I
spray
was
on me,
thinking.
and
Well,
I
have
was
it, like,
wearing my
ready.
pepper spray on my wrist while I was by myself, like, the whole time.
That's a good
I'm,
call.
like, sweeping the dining room and have pepper spray on my wrist. So she called, I want to say it was, like, the lieutenant's office or something, and the guy there told her, well, this is above my pay grade. You should just call 911 next time he comes in. Okay, but we've had a car crash into our building. I called 911 that morning.
And that was above his pay grade, too.
They didn't show up until 40 minutes later. And they were like, oh, is the driver still around? I was like, no, he fucking ran off
40
an
minutes?
hour
Is the driver
ago
still here?
almost.
Yeah, we're just been talking.
Oh my God. So she's
Wasn't the tow
my
truck
best
driver
friend.
there faster?
yeah. And the cop that showed up didn't even say anything to anyone. He just, like, wrote shit down and didn't say anything. So, and I had called 911 twice because nobody showed up for 40 minutes. So she, wrote a letter or email to the councilman saying, like, reiterating everything she told this officer, piece of shit, who said that, helping people was above his pay grade. And all we're getting is, like, call 911, call 911. Well, what happens if cops don't show up for 40 minutes and I've already been assaulted, like, 35 minutes ago, because that's all it fucking takes is, like, 5 minutes to be alone and get assaulted by some fucking asshole.
Yeah.
Even if I have pepper spray.
It takes like 4
Sounds
seconds.
really creepy.
Yeah, it's
How
terrifying.
old is this guy?
He's probably, like, maybe 30, maybe a little, like, mid-30 to mid-30s.
Ugh.
Not that old, but obviously, like,
Was that the first
unhinged.
time you saw him?
No, the first time I saw him, he came in, bought coffee, and I was by myself. And he took off his mask and was drinking his entire coffee and hanging around and
It was that guy that took off his mask and then you asked him to...
Well, he asked me, like, do you have a boyfriend? And I showed him my ring. I was like, I'm married. And he, like, dipped the fuck out. And he's been harassing one of the other baristas constantly, like, because he sees that she's in there by herself.
Does he come in often?
I've only seen him twice now, but she's seen him multiple times.
Does he always have the red headphones on?
Yeah.
Oh.
And he's always mostly on a bike. And I've had to call Bon twice now to come hang out with me while I close because I don't feel safe. And people, like, the police don't fucking take it seriously. They're just saying, like, call 911. But the last time I called, like, the non-emergency number because someone was harassing us and tried to break in through the back door, they showed up, like, an hour later, and they were like, oh, so he's just driving back and forth? I'm like, no, he's not just driving back and forth. He's fucking tailing my sister as she's on her way to work. He's driving back and forth in front of our shop. He tried to break in through the back door. These guys they're assholes. They don't do shit. And they will not help us for some fucking reason. It pisses me off.
They also used to get free coffee.
Not anymore because it took them 45 minutes to get to the shop after a car crashed into it.
Yep.
So fuck them.
Do you think you're going to say, no, you can't have free coffee now?
Oh, I got to tell the cop that I hate the most. He asked me why he couldn't get free coffee anymore, and I was like, because we're in a fucking pandemic, first of all, and we're a small business just trying to survive. Second of all, it took 45 minutes for anyone to get here when we had a car in our fucking dining room.
The whole point of you guys getting free coffee was to
like be
be
around.
present.
Yeah,
That probably
Which is
felt
wild because
really
we
good.
see them down
It
the
did.
street
It
all the
felt so
time.
good.
all the time, dude.
They hang out
I
in the
don't know
empty
how-
parking lot all the fucking
down the
time.
street.
Yeah, every time that I've visited and I'm on the other side of town, like, there's a cop there.
Yeah,
So
doing
it's-
nothing. They're
it's
always on their
weird.
phones.
It's weird that, unlucky that this was one of the times where nobody was there.
Yeah, and
It's like this guy knew, because literally every
Yeah.
single time I've visited, there's a cop.
Well, that's the thing. Like, my boss was saying, like, he knows, these people know, like, she calls all the time for, like, Bon and I used to call all the time because there were, like, shoot-offs in the parking lot right across from my house. Nobody would show up. We would call the cops every fucking weekend. Nobody would show up, and they know they can get away with this shit, so it keeps happening. And people, they literally have said, like, we won't get here fast unless someone is, like, shot.
And they're kind of like making you afraid to call them again. Like
Yeah.
when you feel unsafe, you shouldn't feel like, should I call them or should I not call them? Because in that time that you hesitate, something could happen.
Yeah.
That's really bad.
And I'm like,
cops should not make you feel like that. They should be like,
No.
I'll be there. I'll check it out. Don't worry. You just hang tight.
Like, that's not above your pay grade. That is your pay grade. That's what us taxpayers are fucking paying you for. I should not have to fucking wear pepper spray on my wrist. I should not be scared for my safety while I'm at work. I should not be worried about having to call the cops on someone and not having anyone show up. Or if they do show up, something bad happening, and then I feel guilty because I was the one that called them. Nobody should have to fucking feel that way when they're just trying to fucking work their day job and just make a fucking paycheck.
It shouldn't be that dangerous.
No.
It's just all coffee.
So that was Sarah's rant corner.
That sounds pretty scary.
It was horrifying. And I feel so... I told him... I won't say her name. Sorry. I won't say her name.
We can cut that.
I told my coworker, like, text me when you get home because I don't trust that this asshole's not going to follow you to your apartment.
Yeah.
Like,
he already followed her to the beach.
yeah. Well, I don't know if he followed her, if it was just a chance that he saw her there, but, like, it was fucking terrifying.
Yeah, I mean, regardless, he obviously knows her face and, you know.
That's really something to get set off, too.
And
That's like Joker vibes.
Yeah,
dude.
like when she said that he saw her there, I was like, great, so he fucking knows I'm here alone. So what if he comes back and tries, like, to come in here again? So I ended up locking one of the doors, and it's just, I don't know. That was super frustrating that nobody's taking it seriously. I have to literally get shot for anyone to take it seriously.
Yeah.
And luckily, I don't think he's someone who carries a firearm, but, like, I don't know if he's gonna fucking rape me or, like, punch me in the fucking face
for
or
sure.
something.
Just jump over the counter or something.
Yeah.
You don't want to take that chance.
No.
You don't want to find out.
I'm gonna have to call them and be like, hey, just got shot, for them to show up. I'm gonna have
What's
to
the
fucking
move
lie.
with this guy now?
And they'd be like,
What happens next time he comes in?
Is the wound?
Is he banned?
Is it like, is it serious?
Like, scale of 1 to 10, how much are
is
you
it just in
pain?
your thigh? Because,
Well,
like, if
why
it's
don't
in
you
your
just-
thigh, we'll be there
How
in, like,
quickly
Why
are
don't
you
you just
losing
go to the
blood?
hospital? This is not my
Right.
pay grade. The doctors get paid to do stuff about this.
all right, we'll send an ambulance. No, I don't know what we're gonna have to do, but like my boss was saying we could take out a restraining order, but then she's like, well, we don't know his name. We just know him as Red Headphone Guy, so like we literally can't do anything.
So now you
Yeah,
gotta
I'm
just,
wondering if he comes in again, let's say, and I'm working, is he banned or what, you know?
Well,
I feel like he should be.
he should be.
At this point, can you put up, like, one of those signs? I know it's not going to do much, like, do a little drawing. You know? With his
stick
little
figure
beat
with
headphones.
red
and be
headphones
like,
over
if
him.
you see this man,
If this is you, please go away. Just
Put
a
it
stick
right on the
figure with
door.
headphones.
red
I
headphone
don't-
guy, don't come in.
I don't fucking know, and it upsets me, and I know, like, we're probably not the only ones who have to deal with this kind of bullshit, but
I mean, the fact that anyone has to is wrong.
yeah,
you
nobody
know?
should have to deal with that. No woman should have to feel like she has to be polite to someone so that she doesn't feel like she's in danger. Mm-hmm. Polite to someone who was in the wrong in the first place, who was taking advantage and was being, like, rude in the first fucking place.
Right. Yeah, they just assume that you can almost be. Customers a lot of times assume that you'll just be robotic and
Yeah.
like be like almost like a 20s housewife. Like, how was your day?
Yeah.
And like after getting just pummeled by lines and lines of a lot of times awful people who take out all of their therapy frustrations on you instead of going to see a therapist.
Wouldn't that
Like,
be nice?
but yeah, my manager used to tell me, with every customer, you have to literally wash away the last one and act like the other one didn't exist.
There's
And
only
it's
so
like,
much washing you can do.
Yeah.
Especially when it's like one after another
you have,
after another
you have
after
feelings.
another.
They act like you
Yeah.
don't have feelings.
You have to be like.
Wait, you
it's
guys
like,
have feelings?
Wait, you have
Robots
like,
are the wave of the future. We won't have to deal with this
Yeah.
anymore.
Honestly, robots can have my
You
job.
you can yell at the robot. I bet you the robot would even be like, "Sir, I don't feel safe.
You are out of hand right now.
I'm going to call."
I'm going to
They'll
self-destruct.
have a weapon on them.
Yeah, just
Be
like
if you do not leave, I
their
will
little
hit you.
robot arm turns into a shank. Just like shing.
Maybe we should all get our arms replaced with shanks.
Maybe I will. Rusty ass shank
Yeah.
instead of my
Yeah.
hand.
Tell you what,
I'm game.
Wouldn't work for
we
Gene.
beat the robots to the punch.
What do you mean?
Robots
Like we can
can't
shank
take
the
my
robot,
jobs.
or
I've
No,
got
I
a
mean
shank.
we
a
get the
robot.
shanks before the robots with shanks come out.
trendsetter?
Anywho,
Yeah.
I felt like I needed to rant about
No,
that.
for sure. That's fucking
And I'm for
honorable.
sure going to talk about it in therapy on Tuesday as
Hopefully,
well,
there's an
because-
update next episode.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll keep you guys posted on
I really
what
want to know what I
happens.
should do if he comes in, though.
If you see him, just be like, hey, you're not welcome back in here. Please don't come in here again or we're going to have to call the cops.
Like you were.
Wait, you want me
like-
to say, please don't come again?
Dun, 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 dun. But also tell him to like, subscribe, and share.
Or just like you were being really inappropriate.
Yeah.
So like maybe explain why a little
Mm-hmm.
bit.
Like, you
Like, he
scared the
probably
shit
knows.
out of every woman that works
I
here.
think that is a
Please
good thing
don't
too,
come
is
in
to
here again.
tell him, be like, hey, look, like you freaked, everyone that works there out.
Yeah.
Like
You're
we
not
can
welcome
re-
here.
yeah.
You don't.
We
The
will
cops
call
are
the
looking
cops.
for you.
Yeah.
It's your right to not serve somebody like that. You're
Yeah.
not discriminating against anything.
We need to get cameras up in that shop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do have my own pepper spray. I'm going to go out and buy pepper spray for every barista probably tomorrow before or after
I think
my
one
shift.
should like live
Yeah.
right
You could
under the
break
register
into the art museum,
where you can
go
just-
to the night section, get that mace wieldy thing.
Oh, you know what? I know the one barista has a taser, so that's good.
Oh yeah,
Because she's little.
right.
Um,
That's got to be fun to use too.
I've never used one.
I once went to a
fun
Taser Party.
in like movies, but maybe it's not fun. I don't know.
sounds pretty dope.
No, it was not. It was not dope.
Was
I
it
didn't-
the
I didn't-
spin the taser?
Yeah,
game?
why was it even a
It was
party?
at it was at one of the when we were younger. Sarah and I used to go to anime conventions all the time.
I don't like to talk about those.
And
you don't have to
Why
bring
not?
that up
one
on the
of
podcast.
one of the ones that we went to, one of the rooms was a free range taser party.
What
They
the
played
hell?
Spin the Taser because
What?
Yeah,
my friend had a
See, I-
taser that he bought on Amazon.
That's.
I got tased like 3
Wow,
times.
that just
Does
made
it, do you have like
that sort of
permanent
thing seem a
nerve
lot
damage
weirder.
from that?
There's a room where you can tase each other.
No.
What the
Isn't
hell?
there like repercussions and consequences?
Maybe, I don't know.
Sounds illegal.
I guess not.
Yeah, that's all
Was
right.
there a room where
Bond
people were
just
like
starts
doing
twitching.
whippets? And,
What's that?
I said, was there a room where people are like doing whippets and?
No,
Probably.
that would have been a cooler room.
Nah,
This
dude.
room, you just get
Of
shocked.
all the rooms you walk into.
Yeah. I would have rather been offered a whippet than just get shocked out of nowhere.
Oh, all right. Let's talk about Rose.
girls listening.
Whippets are bad for your brain.
Whippets are bad. Let's talk about Rose.
I like roses.
Rose.
If you have a daughter, will you name her a flower like tulip or something?
I had a fake Facebook page called Tulip Flower.
Oh no.
Convinced
Were you a
my
catfish?
Mom, I convinced
Yeah.
my mom that somebody created it for me. And she was like, "This confirms all my fears about Facebook." My dad was like, "You're lying. You're 100%
Obviously lying. So Rose and I went to college together, both English majors. That worked out really well.
Yeah, I mean, I make a lot of money these days. Well, I mean, I do actually. I don't make it. I married somebody using a Bitcoin, so
Yeah.
you know, I'm making money.
Somebody who went to school for something real.
I might, if I could go back, I might go back for software engineering. I'm not
Really?
even joking. It's along the same line. Like, it's a language. It's similar.
You wouldn't go back to work at Mark's.
Well, I never would have met you if I was an English major.
Yeah.
So I might have been in the theater production, actually.
That's true.
I might have met you. Mark's was okay. Because I would get closeouts, so stuff from like Target, or like somebody would come through with like a huge picture of James Dean for like $3, and I'd be like, "Where did you find that?" And then on my break, I would buy it. So it kind of made things sort of worth it to work there, and I kept going back when I was like on my break from college. I'd be like, "I guess I'll just go to Mark's."
How long did you work there? Like how many
I think
years?
it was like a total of 5 years.
Damn.
It was a long time. And it was like the Lakeshore one. So it was like the dirty one. They have all these like nice ones now.
In Euclid?
No, Lakeshore.
The dirty
Like
one.
Willowick. Yeah.
Oh, Willowick Marks. Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
Yeah.
Euclid Marks.
Euclid Marks is also on Lakeshore.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're building these new ones now, and they have
Yeah.
like credit card machines.
Holy
Like I had
shit,
to count
Mark.
cash.
Wait,
And
what? They now
you
accept
could-
credit cards? What the
You
hell?
could
Mark's was
only
behind.
pay with Discover or cash.
Or check.
So I know math now. So
Discover?
when I go
They
through,
chose Discover out of all of them?
when
Nobody takes.
I
just-
literally,
Who has this?
I literally go through the line now. Sometimes I go to Mark's if I want to like relive the past. I'll straighten things up a little bit because I'm programmed to do that. I literally straighten things. I go in
Sweep a
line.
little
I
bit.
pay with my credit card. And I tell the person, you have no idea how good you have it. We used to be able to pay with like only cash, only credit cards. I bet you don't even know how to count. No, maybe I don't. I'm not that mean, but like, and they just look at me.
So you're
Dead-eyed,
the
so-
Joker in there. You start going off, being like, you don't even know how to
I
count.
would never do that.
You ain't seen the shit.
No, but I saw this girl one time who was still working there after I had lived in literally 3 different states. And I was like, please tell me you're getting another job. And she was
Don't be a
like
lifer.
training to be a nurse, so I was like, thank God,
Oh, good.
thank God. Because I saw people yell at her for years and years and years. So, yeah, Mark's is like where the bottom of the barrel people go.
Oh, no.
Except in the morning. That's when all the nice elderly people go. That's nice. That's the best. Like, I would love getting morning shift. It was rare because, like, all the moms would get morning shifts. Like, the younger people would get the other shifts. So you go in, and the worst people you would have to deal with would be, like, the elderly guys with the lots of change in their pockets, and they'd pay for a $20 order with pennies. And they'd be like, I'm going to do you a favor right now. I'm gonna pay you with pennies, and then you won't have to go in the back and get pennies all day. How's about that?
Is
You'd
that
be
a
like,
favor?
Okay.
Yeah, you're like, thanks, dude. I appreciate it.
Thank
Or-
God.
Or the embarrassment of like guys having to like sneak out in the morning, elderly men sneaking out in the morning to get their Depends before their wives get up. Their Depends,
What's a Depend?
their diapers.
Adult diapers.
So, and like
That's
they would
sad.
like covertly like sneak into my line, and like they'd look behind them, make sure nobody was there, and then the barcodes would never ever ring up. So I'd be standing there trying to like, you know, push out the barcode. It's really hard. Like, it looks easy. Cashiers make it look easy, and it's like, I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry, but this is not ringing up. Can you go get me another one?
Oh,
And they just look so sad.
Oh
It just
no.
felt really bad.
That is really sad.
that's
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 be
the
Bond
the
one day.
walk of shame.
Fuck that.
Did you guys catch what Bond tried to do? He was like pretending he didn't know what Depends was when he actually
He
wears them
wears
every
them all
day.
the time. We all know.
I tell you what, if I can't
that?
We can hear you
What is
like
that?
squeaking when you walk.
Can you
or-
hear me? Can you hear me peeing right now?
Yeah, are you
But
going?
honestly, wouldn't that be nice?
If I could just like piss
to
all the
just-
time.
No,
It would save me a lot of time.
it would not be
Mainly,
nice.
at night.
Oh, well,
Have you ever just like been so tired, but you had to pee, and you're like,
Like
I do not want to
every
fucking go.
night, dude.
You need
Yeah, I've
one
had
of
that
those
feeling, but I
astronaut
s-
things.
think it would be way more
What's that?
uncomfortable to pee and then sit in it.
Astronauts
it's
have
gone.
those suits that like change their pee into water or whatever, right? Like it like filters it and then they drink it.
I
How
don't know.
sick would
Like
that
Bear
be?
Bear
I'm
Grylls.
good. I'm good on that.
Yeah, but Sarah, like everybody's tap water has some amount of pee in it, fecal matter, all sorts of junk.
So does everything in your bathroom.
There's a legal amount of feces in every sip you take.
I like that.
Every sip you take.
I bet Winter's covered in fecal matter.
She is. She
And
wears it well.
And I kiss her all day.
She's the most tired girl.
She's so tired. She went to work with me today, so she's pretty
She
beat.
finally works.
I don't know if you
likes
guys
her
could hear it, but
voices.
on the first episode of the pod, like the one that we put out, I could hear her breathing at certain times. I'm sure
So
she'll just always be in the background breathing.
Snoring.
That's like the room noise.
Oh yeah, we dropped our first episode today. That's exciting.
Yeah.
Getting a lot of positive feedback.
Yeah.
You know my
Pretty
favorite thing about
stoked.
Mark's is?
What?
I just thought about it right now.
What's that?
Is
Mark's
the
laughing.
giant scale.
Oh yeah,
That's
Forgot
not
about that.
everywhere.
my dad.
But
would
yes,
step
I know
on
what you're
that.
talking about.
I
Yeah,
love
it's not
the
at
giant
every
scale.
Mark's.
Me and Brandon used to jump on it together like stupid fucking kids.
My dad would step on it every time we went to Mark's.
Oh yeah.
It's super
So
fun.
cute.
Can we just clarify? We're not talking about my house. Mark's is a local grocery store chain.
Yeah,
Yeah, everybody.
they
Wow.
have like a giant. scale
Rose,
for
please do
some
not
reason.
underestimate the reach of this podcast.
There's
real.
people listening in Mexico.
Yeah.
Probably, dude.
One day, dream big, y'all. So, like, are there any life lessons you learned from working at Mark's that you can apply to, like, being a mom or being a wife or just living your
So
life
like
in general?
good lessons. you
Yeah.
mean?
Well, you got the diaper thing out of the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think maybe patience.
Oh, for sure.
When you go through talking to that many people, you have to have patience, otherwise you'll get fired. So, I mean, my son takes a lot of patience. Other people take a lot of patience. Like my mom, when she told me to get a job in customer service, she was like, "This will help you deal with people for the rest of your life." And I was like, whatever, I don't need this.
Damn,
And
your
then-
mom's got a deep voice.
Like it was it was true though. Like in some ways you do have more of a tolerance level.
Yeah, I think you develop a sense of empathy to a broader range of
Yes.
people. For sure. Because
I
you see,
agree.
like, literally every type of person in a single day.
Yeah. Like I had a
Everybody
different
grocery shops.
all different kinds of people like different incomes and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So, but I feel like Mark's had a lot of people that were scraping by. Everybody else goes to the Richies go to Heinen's.
Not me.
Yo, Heinen's kind of sucks. I don't know if
Dude, I like Heinen's.
I
Back
love
up.
Heinen's.
Back up.
I love Heinen's.
No way.
It's
I
bougie,
miss-
Customer
but like,
service, the customer service blows.
They do have the tea that I like, though.
what customer service interactions are you even having?
There's like
They usually-
400 employees at once in this building,
Go
and
off.
you can't
I
ask a
usually-
single person
Go
where
off.
anything is. Also,
Dude,
none of the
I
aisles,
have asked people
none of
where
the
stuff
aisles
is, and
make
they
sense.
will walk with me to find it.
They hold his
They've never-
hand. They give him a Kleenex because he's
Dude,
crying
they got
'cause
free
he can't find
samples.
it.
Anything else I
Where
can
are the
do
free
for
samples?
you?
Where are the free
They have
samples
the.
Everything's halal.
Well, are you only talking about the downtown one? I mean, or pandemic world? Like they have hella
Ooh,
free samples, dude.
I would like to. I do like
What
the downtown
kind
one,
is-
but I only like the downtown wine.
Usually
level.
I go and it's like those sweet
Dude, you're
like
cla-
15-year-old boys who's like just got their permit and everything and they're all like they're not tainted by the world yet, you know.
Not
They're
yet.
just like
No, but they're also dumb.
they're just like
they're kind.
"Yeah."
Stupid little boys.
Yeah, but
And the ones that aren't dumb little boys are not nice
maybe it's
older
because
people.
they don't
You know what,
think you're
Bon?
hot.
You were a little boy once.
I was a little boy
Bon,
once,
it-
and I would not have wanted for me to care for me now.
Whatever, dude.
Maybe
They
it's
only
'cause you're
hire
not-
the best. It's hard
I
to
feel
get
like
in.
if you were like hot, they'd like take care of you. you know what I
Damn, she
mean?
just called you ugly.
Yeah, dude. Maybe that's why I get
No.
so much good service there.
Maybe
and you-
some of them
I don't
are
know.
gay. I don't know.
I don't know.
Dude, back up.
But I
You're
come-
messing up
I
my
come
Heinen
in-
sponsorship,
sucks.
dude. No,
Mark,
it doesn't.
I'm with you with Heinz.
Thank
right?
you.
They have those lemon cookies. They're bomb.
Dude, all their like fresh made stuff is like pretty dope.
It's good. I don't mind dropping $8 on.
They sell
like,
lobsters,
$8?
dude. Back up.
Linguine.
$8
It's good.
for what? what?
They have live
For
lobsters there,
ling-ling.
dog. Back
Dude,
up.
Costco's got lobsters for a way better deal.
I don't care. We're not talking about deals. We're
Fine.
talking about the environment,
Literally.
the
The
environment
experience.
sucks.
We might have to pause the
I mean,
podcast
Costco's-
just so you guys can.
I'm gonna change this podcast to please don't go to Heinen.
Do you want to go in the backyard and throw down?
Let's all go. Me and Mark against you.
Mud wrestling in the
Sarah will
backyard.
come in. Sarah will go up
Hell
against you.
yeah.
I don't give a
3-1,
shit
real
about
quick.
Heinen, so I can be the judge.
Yeah.
No, I'll tell you what. It's Aldi, Costco.
Heinen's is a local
and Whole
business, so
Foods
back up.
every now and again. If I really need something.
There goes
Costco's the
Bon
best. Costco's
again,
the best.
supporting
First of all-
huge corporations while I'm trying to support a
Do you-
locally owned business.
If we start to get in about Costco right now, this podcast will never end.
I'm not saying I don't
No,
like
I like
Costco,
Costco's the best.
but you can't.
Costco's the best.
You can't compare the prices when Costco's a giant ass fucking warehouse that doesn't necessarily feel good,
They don't even-
and Heinen's is classy and cool, and they put the groceries in
I
your car.
was literally
Classy
in
and
Costco
cool.
2 days ago.
Hey, do y'all remember when they tried to do a ban on bags and Heinen's lost their shit because they don't care about the
yeah.
earth?
No,
Heinen's hates the earth.
I don't
and the
remember that.
environment.
I don't recall.
Fucking swoosh!
Fine.
Sorry.
I don't recall.
I remember that. Selective memory. you have
Kind of
there?
like
guess
when I
you-
got pulled over. Have you smoked anything tonight? I don't recall.
Guess who doesn't have bags? Aldi, Costco.
Aldi is king. Honestly.
Aldi is king.
Actually,
All these
Aldi
dudes
is
just
queen.
gives you terrible boxes. They let you buy plastic bags. You know how many people buy their cheapo plastic
I
bags?
buy the
They buy
paper
plastic
bags, or I
anyway.
bring my own
I
bags.
don't buy
and
them.
then
bring
I,
my
But
own.
a lot of people
Then
buy the
I
plastic
reuse.
bags, but they still have an option for plastic bags.
I
True.
reuse. They're sturdy enough to be reused,
So what's the
though.
difference here?
And I reuse the paper bags to clean
The
my
difference
cat litter. So
how I feel when I'm
booyah.
I
Aldi is
That's
cool.
what she said.
Aldi has two employees. And it's one checking out and then one stocking. And they switch off
Okay,
back
but
and forth, back and
Costco
forth.
literally plays mind
That's commitment
games.
and hustle right there. Okay?
Costco plays mind games. They just have numbers for aisles. They don't say where the fish is. They don't say where anything
It's
else
very
is.
obvious. They have giant signs that say beef, poultry.
Yes,
Man, this-
but like I'm going for my drinks. It's on like 45, and they move stuff.
Yeah, they do
And they
move
don't
stuff.
always have stuff. You know why? Because they call it the treasure hunt model.
Ugh. No.
Wasting my time.
I'm sorry. Do you not like treasure hunts?
I went to
Do you not like
Aldi
treasure?
today. I was in and out in 30 minutes.
I
Bought
like
like 2
free
weeks
time.
worth of groceries for $47.
Aldi is so
Aldi is queen.
I love Aldi.
You go there with
I
a
won't
full
pass
cart,
Aldi.
and then the cashier's like, that'll be $14.
Right.
And you're like, what?
Exactly.
Hold up. Can we go
I know.
around the room real quick? If you could get a sponsorship from Costco or Heinen's, which one would you rather have? Let's just say they give you a card and they're like, you can buy whatever groceries you want. Groceries
Okay.
only. Groceries
How much is it
Costco.
for? How much is the gift card for? Because that matters.
I don't know. Maybe it's unlimited.
Also, can Aldi be thrown in the mix? Because
I would
No.
sell it for
No, just
Yeah,
Costco.
because we'd all say all
Just
the time.
Costco and Heinen's.
Costco. 110
Bullshit, dude. You're
goddamn
getting
percent.
way better shit at Heinen's.
way better shit.
The quality is
Way better shit, yeah.
Then Costco, you can't get better quality. They're a whole.
For a lot
no
of
yelling
things.
into
Pull
the
back
mic.
when you
Except
yell.
maybe their Wagyu beef, which I've heard is very
It's
good.
fantastic. I had it 2 weeks ago.
You're like getting so heated up.
Okay,
You're like
I
breathing
also
heavily.
did have a tuxedo cake.
I really care about
Have
that.
you ever
It's
had
not
their-
just the podcast I care about.
Have you ever had
Well,
the
talking in the
tuxedo
mic.
cakes?
What's that?
They have these tuxedo cakes. It's like chocolate fudge icing, cream cheese, chocolate mousse.
who has that?
Costco. So good.
Can everyone else answer where
You
they
gotta
want the
get it.
sponsorship?
Fine, get it next time.
oh yeah, I would say Costco for sure.
Costco.
Costco
feel like
over
I
Heinen's.
Yeah, I feel like I would get more for my money. First of all, Second
Your
of all,
sponsorship
I could
was
stock the
unlimited.
fuck
I
up.
said it was unlimited.
Okay, but I could stock the
You can still
fuck
get
up
more.
on almond butter. Do you know how cheap their almond butter is? It's hella
Bro,
cheap.
you have unlimited. It
I
doesn't.
don't
Price
care.
doesn't matter.
Also,
you
can
can buy
that-
better almond milk at
Essentially, you're
Heinen's.
just saying
cannot.
that.
Yes, you
Heinen's
can. You
has
absolutely
better
can.
quality.
They probably have like 10
You can go to
different
Heinen's
kinds.
and get
Question.
2
Yeah.
loaded
Almond
peppers for like $100.
Y'all,
It doesn't
They
matter.
have
You have a
almond.
motherfucking
Y'all.
sponsorship.
y'all bring it in.
They have.
Bring
Ugh.
it. Bring it down a level. I have a question.
Yes.
Can I use the sponsorship from Costco at the food court? Because that also
Yes.
matters. Okay, well
Unlimited
then, no
Sarah
brainer.
brought
But they
up the
have
best
they have
No
fresh made
brainer.
food at Heinen's.
Yeah,
way
but do
better
they
options, dude.
have Costco Pizza Mark?
Pizza
Do
and
they
hot
have
dogs,
Costco
dude.
pizza?
Costco.
I'd
Do
rather
they have acai bowls?
Don't-
Dude, you're
Smart
not thinking about the
fucking
money
snap.
right. You're not thinking about the money right.
Costco has
I would
acai
take
bowls?
my expensive ass groceries
Are they
and then
good?
I'd pop over to Costco and get my fucking
I like their
$1
milkshakes.
You can't have
Pizza.
Well, if you go to Heinen's, you
Sugary.
can't go to Costco.
Yeah, you can do whatever the
Yeah.
fuck you want.
You just said it. You gotta choose them too.
I said, who are you choosing for your sponsorship?
Oh my gosh. All right.
Winter is like you guys.
Dude,
Also
next episode, I'm gonna
loud.
come in wearing a fucking Heinen's t-shirt.
This is my
You mean a
nap time.
Heinen sweater vest like the fucking nerds they are?
Oh my
She did.
gosh. All right.
You know that
think we
Heinen's was started by two brothers locally.
I think we need to take a step back from this
Like
discussion.
actually
Hate
two
the
brothers.
earth.
You know what? Fuck this show.
I know, like the brand Two Brothers, but was it actually two brothers?
That's what I hear.
Two men in a truck.
Two truck in a van.
Sounds sketch.
Yeah. Anyways, so how was Mark's?
Yeah. Where else have you
Okay.
worked?
I also worked at Crabtree and Evelyn, which was a lotion place.
Wait, what was that?
It was like Crabtree and Evelyn. It was like this London-based lotion place. They don't have it in the Beechwood Mall anymore. So I worked in the Beechwood Mall,
Ugh.
the lotion
Dude,
place.
Beechwood Mall is wild.
Where like and then I also worked at Aerie, which is like
yeah.
American Eagle's bra store. That was for just a brief time. I think that was the
Like
and then an
holiday
Italian restaurant, a small mom and pop Italian restaurant.
That was in Chicago or Colorado?
Chicago was the Italian restaurant,
Okay.
and then also Aerie, yeah. So Foster's, I mean, food service, like that was the only food service I ever did
Yeah.
because of how like horrific it was. It was so bad. Like kids would come in, and a lot of times the parents would just honestly the worst customers were probably the kids with the families, which
Yeah.
you'd think would be like nice and like
No.
get a pizza and everything. They would like sit down, and the parents would be like, "Cool, I don't have to parent my kids anymore today." And then they'd literally take the ketchup and squirt it on the wall sometimes. And I'd be like, what? Like my parents
And
were
not
very
wipe it
frugal,
off?
so I didn't like see kids like this. But
Yeah.
yeah, they would just leave it, take the salt packets, put it in the
Oh my god.
all this
Put it
crazy
in what?
stuff, and then they'd leave it. They just put it all over the ketchup, and then
Oh.
they'd come up to me, and you'd think, okay, they're gonna give me a big tip, and they'd be like, "Here, this is for your trouble for cleaning
Keep
it up."
the change.
And literally, it'd be like $1,
Oh my god.
and they'd buy like 3 pizzas, and also they'd usually leave all the food there
Why are they
kids would
using
just
ketchup
nibble.
for pizza in the first place?
because it was there.
Because they
They
could.
were just, they just checked out.
Fun
So-
story. I one time when I was working at Baker Square as a server, 2 stories actually, 2 quick stories. I once had a child ask me if I was a woman. And I was like, yes, I am.
You should have said no.
And then I
You should have been like, no.
And then I also had someone leave a note with their phone number on it and only left me $1 tip. I was like, no, I will
want me
never
to
be
call
calling you
you.
because you only left me a fucking $1.
I had the same shit happen to me. When I was working at Applebee's, we closed at like 10. I had this table come in at like fucking like 9:47. Sat down in the restaurant and ate. Couple young girls left me their number and fucking changed for my tip. And they like wrote a little note like, "Think you're cute." I'm like, dude, fuck
not
you.
cute enough to
What
give you
the
a good
fuck?
tip.
I would have taken like another $1 instead of your fucking phone number on a piece of loose leaf paper, you asshole.
I've never gotten a phone number.
What?
I've never gotten a phone number.
That's why people don't help you at Heinen's, dog.
I never got a phone number either. No.
You're not missing out on much, honestly. There's
It's never from who you want.
yeah. The person who leaves $1 or change and a note with saying you're cute, call me is never the person you want to get a note that says you're cute, call me from. Never. All right, guys. Rose, do you have any last words? Any last
Any message?
banger stories?
Any plugs?
Any plugs? Yeah.
Plugs?
Yeah. What are you up to?
Plug yourself.
I don't know what to-
You can plug your Insta.
Yeah, what are you up to? I mean, Bros has a private Insta, so
Yeah, that's
probably not gonna get approved.
No,
Sounds
good
I
luck.
don't know anything.
What's your Facebook?
You
Rose?
can request,
I don't
but
have a
she can't
Facebook.
guarantee
Yeah.
a follow.
I deleted that like 8 years ago.
Oh shit.
I'm better for it.
Yeah,
Actually, Facebook is the devil.
it's the worst.
I have a Facebook.
It's the devil.
If you had to choose between
It's
Facebook
the
and
gateway
OnlyFans,
to
which one
sin.
would you choose?
And what?
And OnlyFans.
What's OnlyFans?
Oh my god. It doesn't. We don't have to go down that road.
Yeah, we ain't got time for this.
What would
That's
you
after.
choose, Bon?
I'm out.
Oh, OnlyFans for sure. You can make money that way.
Yeah, I would.
Facebook is just arguing. At least you get paid at OnlyFans.
If I could, I would make an OnlyFans of just me eating pickles all day and get paid for it. That would
feel
be
like-
amazing.
Ew,
You might
people
be
are
able
gonna
to grab.
Photoshop
You
other
might be able to
things.
That's all right.
Oh,
If
no.
I'm getting
That's all
paid,
right.
I
I don't do
don't
that.
honestly care.
You
That
might be able to
my
grab
way
that
out.
market. Grab it before it's gone, dude. OnlyFans is getting flooded.
I swear
Hell
to
yeah.
God, nobody steal my idea or I'll come after
There
you.
is for
I,
sure.
I think
someone else.
OnlyFans is pretty much over.
Oh,
like
so
if,
it'd be
it's like Bitcoin.
You
If
could
you
do
weren't
like
already
an
in,
ASMR thing of
Yeah.
you eating pickles, like,
Yeah, and people would pay for it.
and
Okay.
then
Exclusive
and then
content.
you never have to talk to Brian again. You just give him the laptop of you eating pickles. Just be like, go ahead, you know,
Go, honey.
quietly in
Love
your
you.
room and
She's sleeping next to me and I'm
here's,
watching her eat
here's
pickles.
some
at the same time.
lotion.
Ew.
Hell yeah.
All right, y'all. That's it for us today.
I don't have any plugs. I'm not doing anything except
Yeah.
cleaning up various foods and whatever. I'm hoping that I can maybe get a job in customer service again after this podcast.
Maybe at Mark's.
I haven't said anything bad. No.
Maybe
I
you
don't
could go back to Mark's one.
I actually might have thought about it. It's really not that terrible. I would say my last statement would be to be very, very kind to any customer service people. I mean, and usually people who are in customer service or have been know to treat customer service people
Yeah.
really well because they know how it feels. Like there was this lady, I got like a boba at this one Thai place in Chicago, and she was always really nice to me, and it was like a $2 boba. It was really cheap. This was a long time ago, and I gave her like a $30 tip because she was so nice. Like even just doing like a $10 tip or just like making somebody's day like that literally makes customer service people cry, or just
Yeah.
being super kind.
I've cried
Like,
over that before.
all of a sudden just being super kind, like it's the light in like a really hard time, and I wish there was more people like that.
I think
when I
that
was
goes for
working.
anybody, you know? You never know what anybody's going through. Doesn't
Yeah.
have to be customer service. Just don't be a dick, you know? Somebody might be having a shitty fucking day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like Tabitha Brown says.
Ugh,
She
Tabitha
says
Brown.
if you're having a bad day, don't you dare make it bad for somebody else.
Ugh.
Like
There you
she's
go.
an angel, and just yeah, to be kind.
That's a great piece of advice to go out on.
Amen to that. I felt like this was a pretty good episode.
I think so too.
It got a little dark at the beginning.
Got a little heated.
Got
was
very
it?
heated.
Was it?
We're ended on a good note. That was beautiful. Good
Yeah.
job, Bros.
Yeah,
All right, Rose.
Proud of you.
Thank you so much for coming and doing
you're
this.
welcome. It was
Appreciate
cool.
it.
Thank you.
I
everyone,
feel
for
wired.
listening.
I feel hyped.
Good.
Let's keep going. Seriously,
All right.
though, I am shaking.
This is our longest pod.
Is it?
Nice.
Nice. All right. Well, thank you everyone for listening. Don't shop at Heinen's and
No,
that
shop
back.
at Heinen's. They're
Have a
nice.
good night.
Heinen's support local business. Heinen's is a local
Support all
business.
local
Costco's too
businesses,
big.
but also support Costco because they take care of their employees.
I like
That is
Costco
true.
too, but
They're
we don't
good
have to
on
make it
holidays.
a battle.
Also, you can buy Plan B there at their pharmacy for $10.
If you guys want to tune in next week, check out the video. I'll be wearing a Heinen shirt and Bon will be wearing a Costco shirt.
I have a Kirtland signature downstairs.
You have two.
I have two. How many do you have right now, Mark?
Put
That's
one,
not really a
How many do you
Costco
have right now?
shirt, so
How
Come
dedicated
on,
are
put
you?
one on winter.
I will.
I don't think people will understand what that is, so.
What's Kirkland?
Okay, goodbye, everyone.
Peace.
Question. Quit asking me.